More development and more people. An area of Albuquerque is growing big time, and the city thinks it's in a few years, traffic on one of the busiest West Side's roads will be a nightmare. So it has a plan to fix it, and it includes redoing some major intersections. News 13's Catherine Mazzone is live at Coors in Montano with more. Catherine?
Jessica, according to population projections, the metro area is set to grow by 300,000 people by 2035. And without a grid system like we have on the east side, that means major congestion for the west side. It's been years since the city came up with a plan for one of the west side's major roads, Coors Boulevard. Since then, the population has ballooned and the city expects it to keep growing. That's why it has released a proposal looking at ways to deal with what will likely become a very congested corridor over the next 20 years.
It could take up to 45 minutes to get across some of the bridges. And that's not total travel time, that's just to get across the bridges.
The city is taking public comment on a plan to revamp intersections, add bike lanes and sidewalks on an 11-mile stretch from Bridge to Alameda. They're also talking about adding BRT, a subway on wheels of sorts.
That's essentially like our rapid ride that we have in the city, but in a dedicated lane. So if there is a traffic snarl, the buses can still get through.
But what about that traffic? The city has a couple of ideas there too. Starting with Coors and Paseo, the city is proposing a flyover ramp for southbound traffic wanting to go eastbound on Paseo. Drivers would avoid a signal at the intersection. Then there's Coors in Montano, where the Department of Transportation would create a diamond interchange like this, with on-ramps and bridges. On northbound Coors between I-40 and St. Joseph's, the city wants to elevate the road. But through all of this, they want to maintain those west side views of the Sandias, making certain areas designated viewpoints. Now, these are just proposals. Since Coors is a state road, all of these plans will have to go through the DOT in order to go through. Jessica, back to you.
Okay, Catherine, the plan is set to go in front of the Environmental Planning Commission on Thursday at the Plaza del Sol building. In order to weigh in on the proposal, you must get your emails, faxes, or letters to the EPC before 3:30 on Tuesday.